Mary Jones, you have been found guilty of a particularly vicious murder. And the sentence of this court is that you be taken from this place to a place of execution where you shall be hanged by the neck until you are dead.
No!
And may the Lord have mercy on your soul.
Oh, no! No!
Ah, I can't get it, Chalky. Let's see how your brain's working.
Yes?
Give me a four-letter word, the second of which is O, meaning a county, a town, and an invaluable stopper.
Eh?
Four-letter word, second letter O, a county, a town, and an invaluable stopper.
Yes, but which county?
If I knew that, I'd know the word, you idiot.
Now, we don't want any rudeness. What have you got there, anyway?
This Chalky's known as a word puzzle. They're all a rage in America. Like almost everything else, they're invented here.
Yeah, I think we've had enough words round here without you adding any more.
Yes, most humorous. Well, come on, haven't you any ideas?
Yes, I have. You'd better ask Sergeant Cork. I mean to say, he's the bloke with all the ideas round here, you know.
Thank you, Chalky. I accept your tribute. Now, what are you doing, boy?
Nothing, sir.
Oh, we'll soon remedy that. Let's have a look at this action file. See if we can find anything interesting there. Is, Superintendent Broadway in?
Yes, he's got a visitor.
Oh, how do you know? Who?
A judge, Mr. Justice Worth.
Oh. What's he want?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't told. I'm only a detective constable. I wasn't even introduced. His lordship merely looked through me as though I didn't exist.
Well, Her Majesty's judges live in a very rarefied atmosphere, lad.
This one has a reputation for being very ruthless, isn't he?
Yes, I should say so. Do you know, they call him the killer judge in the East End. Do you know, they say he'd top a man for the drop of a napkin.
Ah, you're back, Cork. Can you step in for a minute?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, of course. That, word of four letters, boy.
Yes, a county, a town, an invaluable stopper.
Cork.
Hmm?
Cork. C-O-R-K. Cork.
This is Sergeant Cork, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant, may I introduce Mr. Justice Worth?
We have met, sir, professionally.
To be sure. I clearly recollect putting the worthy sergeant in his place on a number of occasions.
It happens every time I have the honor to give evidence before you, sir.
A stout fellow, John. Could go far if he would abandon the notion that criminals have a point of view.
Well, it's a handicap I have to bear with, sir.
Still makes your job more difficult. Logic and sentiment are an unhappy mixture. Don't you agree, John?
Absolutely. I can tell you from my own experience in the army that the best officers are those who start with the premise that all soldiers are malingerers. May be unfair on the few, but it pays hand over fist in the long run.
The trouble is, sir, what works in the army doesn't always work in private life. In other fields. Very awkward, I know, but some people simply refuse to be treated as soldiers, sir.
A little more discipline in civilian life and we'd cut the crime rate by half. But we're wasting time. We have a job for you, Sergeant. Would you like to explain, Edwin?
Oh, certainly. You are to investigate a case of murder, Sergeant.
I see, sir. Whose?
Mine.
I see, sir. When is it to be, sir?
Capital, capital. You have a macabre sense of humor, Sergeant. I like that. To be a trifle more explicit, someone is trying to kill me. 2 attempts have already been made, and since they have failed, it seems highly probable that other attempts will shortly be made. 2 nights ago, walking home at night, this bullet lodged in the wall about 6 inches from my head. Must have missed me by a whisker.
.38 caliber revolver. Did you hear the shot, sir?
No, horse and cart was going past me at the time.
No sign of any assailant?
No.
You didn't report the occurrence at the time?
No, I did not.
May I ask why not, sir?
I had no proof or even conviction that it was an attempt on my life.
I see, sir. And the second attempt?
The day before yesterday, an anonymous well-wisher, or so I thought, left a brace of grouse at my house. Well, last night, my wife and I sat down to eat them. And after we'd each taken a mouthful, I forbade her to eat any more. Oh, they tasted disgusting, uncommonly bitter. 20 minutes later, we were both violently sick. Well, this morning, I took the remains round to Dr. Emsworth, and no doubt you encountered him in court, too.
Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir.
He made an analysis and found poison.
And you've no idea at all who sent you the grouse, sir?
If I had, Sergeant, I wouldn't be here.
Are you aware of anyone who bears you a deep-rooted grudge, sir, at all?
Well, at a modest estimate, I should say about 300 people. I'm not a very popular figure, Sergeant. I have never aspired to be.
Well, unpopularity is one thing, sir, but it doesn't qualify a man the victim of murder.
Oh, don't misunderstand me, Sergeant. I am not here out of fear. Ever since I took my seat on the bench, I've been threatened with death and damnation by convicted criminals and their appendages. Never worried me for an instant.
Well, most judges are threatened at one time or another, but I've never heard of a judge yet who's been killed or even shot at.
No, neither have I.
I suppose I should feel very flattered. However, since I still find some enjoyment in my life, I trust you will apprehend the person concerned with all possible expedition. You know, I hate being inconvenienced in this way.
Don't worry, Edwin. We'll get the scoundrel.
Now, thank you, John. I knew I could rely on you. And I should be most grateful if you'd allow the worthy sergeant to conduct the inquiries. I have a great respect for the professional, and one myself.
Quite so. And naturally, I shall keep a tight hand on the case myself.
I find that most reassuring.
Excuse me, sir. The matter of the grouse, I'd naturally like to speak to your wife about that.
Oh, no, please, no. She knows nothing about these attempts, and I don't wish her to know.
I know, sir, but surely...
Sergeant, I've told her nothing of the shootings, and she merely thinks that the grouse were bad. You see, she's nervous and highly strung, and I don't wish her to be worried unnecessarily.
I understand your concern, sir, but if it hinders
Sergeant,
our inquiries...
I do not wish her to know, or to be burdened with this unless it is absolutely necessary. Well, at the moment, it is not. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Cork, I'd like you to get on with this at once. You'll have my full cooperation, of course.
I am very grateful to you, sir. It's very good of you.
Now, I think we can assume that it's a criminal with a grudge.
Why, sir?
Why what?
Why can we assume that?
Well, I should have thought that much was obvious. Now, make a careful study of the judge's more recent cases. Start 2 years ago and sift through them carefully. You'll find there'll be quite a number of people whom you can automatically discard.
Yes, of course, sir. Those that got hanged.
Now, don't get any wrong ideas about the Judge, Cork. I know people call him the hanging judge, but you'll never find a soul who's ever accused him of being unjust.
Not a living soul, anyway, sir.
You'll probably end up with a dozen possibilities at most. Well, standing here talking won't get us far. Step to it. I'd like the judge to see that the police force can rise to the challenge when required.
Sir.
Oh, by the way, have they recaptured that prison breaker Buster Smith yet?
No, sir, not that I've heard, no.
Well, you might like to read what he had to say to the judge when he sent him down 6 months ago. Superintendent Rodway has the report, I believe.
Yes, sir. When asked if he had anything to say, the prisoner replied...
He told him to do that.
It's just a start. Read on.
I'll kill you, I'll kill you. It's the last thing I do. If I wait 20 years, I'll get you, you... Limited but expressive vocabulary.
I think Mr. Thor may well be right, you know, Corky. It could be a chap like this fellow Smith.
It's possible, but it's rather too obvious, Charlie. I mean, these criminals are all bark and no bite, you know.
When you've got the world to choose from, you've got to start somewhere.
What about that judge's clerk, the one that's been with him for a number of years now?
Oh, Belling. He's not with him any longer. Retired 3 weeks ago.
Oh. Might be worthwhile having a word with him. Pity the judge is so dead set against my speaking to his wife.
He's probably afraid of your deadly charm.
Oh, I'm flattered, Charlie. Well, I'm hardly like to do,
No, not you. Marriott, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yes, she's more in his line, I should say.
Yeah, Marriott likes him young and frisky.
Well, so does the judge, it seems. Do you know how old his wife is?
Yeah.
24.
What?
Yes. The judge is in love. Didn't you see it when he started talking about her?
24? That's almost indecent, Charlie. When did the tragedy occur?
You're jealous.
When did the happy event take place?
About 6 months ago, I think. They say he worships her.
I dare say. Explains why he's so anxious to stay alive, hmm?
Yes?
Mr. Billing?
Yes, what do you want?
Sergeant Cork, CID, Detective Constable
yes, I remember you.
Look, if you don't mind.
What? Oh, yes, don't worry. It isn't loaded. It's antique, like me, retired. Well, what can I do for you? Nothing, I imagine. I'm retired, you see. Finished, kicked out.
We've come to ask your help in an inquiry we're making.
Yes?
We have reason to believe that someone is trying to murder Mr. Justice Worth.
Oh, capital. Excellent. They have my best wishes for the enterprise.
I beg your pardon.
Well, perhaps murder's taking it a little too far. Still, I'm not surprised, as plenty would be glad to see him under the sod, and I shouldn't send any flowers, that I promise you.
I understood you were with him for a number of years.
I slaved in his service, yes, for 25 years. And what did I get at the end of it? 2 weeks' wages and a signed photograph. He's off his head, of course. Balmy, potty as they come. Ought not to be a judge, you know, not now at any rate.
Why'd you say that, sir?
Acute case of cradle snatching. It's all her fault, you know, that flibbity-gibbety married went to his head. Rediscovered his youth he has, and then what happens? People like me are too old to be near a fine young man like him, so out. 2 weeks' wages and a signed photograph. Yes, but he'll be sorry, that I promise you.
Why, Mr. Bell?
Why what?
Why will he be sorry?
You'll see, you'll see. Apart from anything else, he won't be able to keep it up. A man of 60 trying to behave like a boy, it'll catch up on him.
We believe it's some criminal with a grudge who's responsible for these attempts on his life, sir.
No, rubbish. They're all talk. It happens every day. I'll get you even if I swing for it, but they never do anything.
I know, but the judge has been threatened, sir.
Oh, they all have. It's a sort of game. Everybody enjoys it. The prisoner gets a chance to let off steam, and the judge learns some new words. Old Worth used to keep a transcript of the better ones and put them in a scrapbook.
Do you know of anyone who might go a step further, so who might attempt to murder him?
Well, there's Smith. Buster Smith, I believe he's called. He threatened the judge.
Yes, we're checking on Buster Smith now. Anyone else, sir?
Oh, yes, Fotherwell.
Fotherwell, is he out of prison?
Oh, he never was in, to my knowledge. Lord Fotherwell.
Lord Fotherwell? Why should he...
Well, he was squiring the judge's wife for months before she married the judge. Everyone thought they were going to marry. But they say he kept her waiting just too long, so she nipped off and married his honor just to spite him.
Yes, of course, he's a young man, isn't he? A bit of a lad, too.
Yeah, well, they say that he wasn't sober for a month after she ditched him. Crying, ranting, raving. Idiot. In my opinion, he's had a fortunate escape. Are you married by any chance, Sergeant?
No, sir, I haven't had that pleasure.
Pleasure? Women are bloodsuckers, Sergeant. They draw the strength from a man, ruin him.
You are single, I take it?
Well, I am now.
Well, thank you, Mr. Belling. If any other ideas come to your mind, perhaps you'll get in touch with us at the yard.
A pleasure.
Very nice place you have here. Fine collection of guns.
That was my hobby, but they'll have to go now. That's the funny thing about life. When people grow old, they're worth nothing, but things get more valuable.
Sergeant?
All right. Mr. Belling, do any of these guns actually fire?
Well, I suppose they would. I've never tried.
Well, what are these bullets for?
Oh, those? Oh, no, they wouldn't fit my kind of gun at all. Not at all.
Whose are they?
The judge's. He had a gun, a revolver, one of those ugly American things, a .38 Colt.
Where's it now?
It was in his chambers up to a month ago, then it was lost somehow. I think he suspected I'd taken it.
But you didn't.
I'm not in the habit of taking other people's property, sir. Besides, it was an ugly thing, no character. I say, that would be ironic, would it not?
What?
If someone had stolen the gun and then used it to try and kill the judge, shot with his own pistol, hoist, so to speak, with his own petard. Yes, I like that. Yes, I could savor that.
Thank you, Johnny. I'm sorry I've had such a rotten time.
My dear sir, it's only money. You know what they say? Unlucky at cards, lucky in... Yes, well, I don't seem to be having very much luck in that direction either.
Your time will come, old boy.
Oh, yes, indeed. In Greece life, a little rain must fall, as they say.
Same time next week.
Yes, if my bank manager will permit. Ye gods, the bailiffs.
Seriously?
Well, I don't know anybody else who has a bowler hat like that.
Lord Fotherwell?
Yes. What can I do for you?
May I have a word with you, sir, in private, if you have a few moments?
Goodbye, Johnny.
Good night. Good night, sir. And you are...
Sergeant Cork, sir. I'm CID.
See, well, you better come in, Sergeant. What can I do for you? First, a drink.
No, thank you, sir, no. You are acquainted, I believe, with the Mrs. Seymour Worth.
Well, I was. Has something happened to her?
No, she's very well, I understand.
I can't understand it myself, but then, of course, I'm prejudiced. Why should you want to see me?
We have reason to believe that someone is threatening the life of her husband, sir.
Well, there are some enterprising people left in the world.
You're not surprised?
I'm simply surprised that he has survived so long.
You were engaged to Mrs. Worth before she married the judge.
Yes, we were engaged in a sort of unofficial fashion.
And she broke it off?
Yes.
To marry the judge?
Sergeant,
It does give you reason to dislike him, sir, to put it no higher.
You can put it as high as you like. I loathe the blighter.
And the lady, sir?
Oh, I feel nothing for her except pity and perhaps a little contempt.
Have you seen her recently, sir?
Not since she sold herself in marriage, no.
Were you in town the day before yesterday, huh?
No, I got back this morning.
From?
Scotland, shooting.
Oh, yes, of course, I've heard. You're a very fine shot, aren't you, sir?
Was, Sergeant, was. Too much of this clouds the eye, and I take far too much of this. Now, I've been missing badly lately. Very badly.
What were you shooting, sir?
Grouse, but as
Oh,
it...
grouse, that reminds me. Did you by any chance send a couple of grouse...
brace, Sergeant, please.
Beg your pardon, sir. Brace. To Mr. Justice Worth.
Are you mad? I most certainly did not.
Well, someone did.
Not I, and I can assure you if I had, they'd have been stuffed full of poison. No, Sergeant, if the purpose of your visit is to determine whether I'm threatening the life of that man, you're wasting your time. I am a creature of impulse. I should have shot him down on his wedding day very dramatically on the steps of the church. The moment has passed. He's safe from me.
I'm relieved to hear that, sir. Do you, possess a revolver, sir?
No. Why?
I just wondered.
The revolvers are notoriously inaccurate, Sergeant. If I decided to shoot His Honor, it would be with a 12-bore at close range.
Edwin?
Yes, sir?
Is something worrying you?
No, my dear, no. Worry is too strong a word. I was occupied with a rather somber thought. I was considering the subject of death.
Death?
Yes, my dear, death. It's curious how one can dispense death and remain quite detached, untouched. You know, I sentenced a man to hang today, and as I was pronouncing the final words, one side of my mind was wondering what I should have for luncheon.
Edwin.
And yet, you know, when death comes closer, in a personal way, that detachment vanishes, and one is suddenly human. Perhaps a little afraid.
Edwin, you mustn't talk like this. Well, you're going to live for years and years.
I shall do my best.
You're not ill?
No, my health was never better.
Oh, thank goodness. You frighten me. I don't know what I'd do if anything had happened. I do need you, Edwin. You don't know how much.
No, one never does.
I'd be lost without you. And you're to promise never to talk like this again.
Promise.
Silly man. You're indestructible.
It is a very loyal thought. It is highly improbable.
Edwin, you don't have some presentiment?
No. I don't deal in presentiments. I deal in facts, not fancies. And one harsh, inescapable fact is that death comes to us all. Unbidden. He doesn't allow us to choose the moment. He comes in his own time. Often when we least expect it.
Oh, dear. I've forgotten my water jug. If I don't have it, I'll die.
I'll get it for you.
No, it's all right.
No. I'll bring it.
Will you? You're so sweet to me.
Are you all right?
There was a man at the window.
What?
He fired.
Now then. Now, come along, my lad. That'll be enough of that. Come along. I went out of the room to get the water. I was halfway downstairs when it happened. You go on, my dear.
Well, I heard this noise at the window, and then I saw the curtains part, and there was an arm with a gun, and a man. He started to fire.
Oh, don't distress yourself, my dear.
I'm sorry. I thought he was firing at me, so I threw myself on the floor. Then he disappeared, and Edwin came in.
Did you see him clearly at all?
Oh, only a silhouette. I don't know, really.
And what about your maid here? Do you see or hear anything?
The shots, sir. I heard them. I got up straight away, but I didn't see no one.
Well, no doubt about who is firing at. You're very lucky, sir.
Again. But how long will it last, Sergeant? I want action.
You will get it, sir.
I thought your men were supposed to be watching this house.
Well, sir, but you have very large gardens.
Spare the excuses, Sergeant. I could have been killed.
You were expecting something like this?
Oh, yeah, I'll explain it to you later. Well, Sergeant, I don't think we need to detain you any further. And you can inform Assistant Commissioner Thor that so far, I am unimpressed.
I have no doubt he'll convey as much to me, sir.
Oh, thanks, Joker. See? Better have some, do you good.
The working class's belief in the miraculous qualities of tea has never done me good.
Please yourself.
And how much longer are you going to keep me here?
I couldn't say for certain.
Well, am I to be charged, and if so, with what?
I couldn't say.
Then if I'm not to be charged, I insist on going home. You've nothing against me.
Sit down, sir, and be quiet.
You're going to address me. Kindly address me properly. I'm a peer of the realm.
You do the nobility much credit, sir. Well, Sergeant. Lord Fotherwell. We found him on the embankment not very far from here, drunk. Now, drunk as a lord. He had a gun with him.
What kind of gun?
A revolver.
Where's it now?
I'm afraid he threw the gun in the river, Sergeant.
You must drag that river at once to that very spot. I want that gun.
Son, come on, Buckham.
Well, you seem to be having quite a party, my lord.
Spare me the pleasantries, Sergeant. I'm in no mood. The effect of the alcohol is wearing off. It's a painful stage.
So you admit to having a revolver?
It's hardly worth my while to deny it, is it?
Where'd you get it, sir?
It was mine.
You told me you did not possess one, sir.
I deceived you, Sergeant. To be exact, I lied.
Why, sir?
I fancied you might want to take possession of it, and I had something in mind, you see. I thought I might have a use for it myself.
To kill Mr. Justice Worth, for example.
Oh, we're back to that subject again. No, I've told you. The moment for me to shoot his honor has passed forever.
Why else should you need it, sir? For what purpose?
I fancied I might use it on myself. That is the truth.
What, suicide?
Yes, except I prefer to call it escape. From life, Sergeant. A life that you could never understand. A life of unattainable women, unspeakable cards, unpayable debts, and, of course, unlimited brandy.
Where were you earlier this evening, sir?
Drinking myself stupid in my rooms, trying to get some courage out of the brandy bottle.
You were alone?
Sergeant, I am almost always alone.
About 10 o'clock tonight, sir, someone broke into Mr. Justice Worth's house and tried to murder him. 5 shots were fired from a revolver. It's a miracle he escaped with his life.
But you don't think I did it, do you?
Can you produce anyone who saw you about 10 o'clock tonight? A witness as to your movements?
Well, no, but if you find the revolver, you will see it's never been fired.
I sincerely hope so, sir. What kind of gun was it?
A .38 Colt.
Let him go. Cork, let him go.
Yes, he did, sir, last night.
Why?
The gun had not been fired, sir.
He could have cleaned it. The fact remains that he stands out as the prime suspect. You didn't have to charge him with attempted murder. You could have brought him in for assaulting a police officer. Anything.
Sergeant Cork was reluctant to do that, sir.
Really? The sergeant was reluctant. And since when has Sergeant Cork been in charge here?
He is in charge, sir, of this particular case.
Yes, indeed. With results which are so far conspicuous by their absence. Sergeant Cork.
Apologize for my appearance, sir, but I haven't
Oh,
had
the
time.
blazes with your appearance. Why did you let Fotherwell go?
There was no reason to detain him, sir.
He had the motive?
Pure hearsay, sir. It was all a lie.
And do you call that nothing?
That, sir, a gun has never been fired, sir.
He could have reloaded it, cleaned it?
Yes, possibly, sir. That's a .38 caliber revolver, sir.
Thank you, I know that.
The bullets found in the judge's house were of different caliber altogether. .32, sir.
Oh.
Of course, I could have held Lord Fotherwell on a minor charge, sir.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. While there was the faintest chance that he did it.
I had a special reason for letting him go, sir.
What was that?
Yes?
I'm sorry to interrupt, sir, but something important cropped up.
What is it, Gardner?
Well, they've just caught the jailbreaker, Buster Smith.
Good. Where?
In Mr. Justice Worth Garden, sir. Sergeant Cork had ordered them to go through it with a tooth comb. He was hiding in a potting shed, and he had a .32 caliber revolver on him.
Well, I'm jiggered.
Good work, Corky. Thank you, Gardner.
Oh, that is a relief. Sorry, Cork, I'm afraid I was a bit edgy, but if anything had happened to the judge, we'd never have heard the end of it. And my first thought was the right one.
Oh, yes, of course, sir. Do you wish me to pursue the minor charges against Lord Fotherwell?
No. No, let him be.
Simone! But I wasn't expecting you this morning.
I know, my darling. But I had to see you. And Edwin's gone away until tomorrow.
Oh, darling. Darling, how wonderful. Oh, a drink. Let me get you a drink. I was nearly arrested last night for trying to murder your husband. What on earth happened?
Someone tried to shoot him from the bedroom window.
Well, who was it?
Whoever it was didn't succeed, because I'd sent Edwin for some water. The irony of it, me saving his life. But for that, it would all be over. And we could be together.
Well, here's to a change in fortune.
Admit your intention was to kill Mr. Justice Worth.
And a fat lot of good is to do to say anything else. The luck of them. They say the devil looks after his own.
And luck of you too, Smith. 15 years is better than the rope, isn't it?
Well, you wouldn't have caught me but for breaking this ruddy ankle falling off that balcony. And I'd have got him the next time.
Look, you tried before, hadn't you?
Tried what?
What, to kill the judge?
No, I only came into London yesterday.
You fired him in Princess Street over 2 weeks ago.
Well, I must have been in two places at the one time then. I was in Birmingham 2 weeks ago, lying doggo.
I'm just trying to put the loose ends together, that's all, Smith. It doesn't matter to me whether you attempt to kill him once, twice, or 3 times. The penalty's just the same.
I tell you I wasn't here.
And when you failed, you sent some poisoned grouse, didn't you?
Poison what?
Grouse. Birds.
Are you off your rocker? Where the ruddy hell would I get poisoned birds? What are you getting at?
Smith, you know the meaning of the word paranoia?
Para what?
It's another meaning for a persecution mania, a sort of insanity. Now, if you admit to these 3 attempts and get a good defending counsel, well, you might...
Oh, no, you don't. I'm not potty, and I'm not going to admit to nothing I never done. Poison birds.
Can I see you for a moment, son?
Yes.
I followed Lord Fotherwell, as you said, kept a watch on the flat.
Yes?
He had a visitor, a woman.
Who, lad? Who?
The judge's wife.
Sergeant Cork, can you come in?
Yes, sir.
Well,
He admits to last night's attempt, sir.
he could hardly do otherwise.
And the previous attempts?
He strongly denies those, sir.
Well, nothing odd about that. With only circumstantial evidence against him, they never admit to anything. They don't have to.
No, I suppose not.
You don't sound very certain, Sergeant.
Well, it's as the superintendent says, sir. Criminals always tend to deny everything they can.
Do you believe him?
I'm not sure, sir.
Oh, come, Edwin, you're surely not suggesting that 2 people were after your blood?
Well, why not 3? There have been 3 separate attempts. Well, gentlemen, I must hurry to catch a train for the Reading Assizes. Well, thank you for protecting me. No doubt the criminals down there won't. Oh, by the by, in my absence, keep a friendly eye on my house and my wife. This business has upset her nerves, and she hasn't taken too well to my going away.
All right, we'll see that a reliable man is posted there.
I'm most grateful. Well, good day, gentlemen. Thank you again.
Good day, sir.
I wonder if the judges tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Cork, you really are the most exasperating fellow. What are you driving at now?
Well, he asks us to keep an eye on his wife, says she's nervous. There could be another reason.
Such as?
She's having a love affair with young Lord Fotherwell, sir.
What? Sergeant, I will advise you to be most careful. Accusations of that nature against the wife of one of Her Majesty's judges.
It's quite true, sir. They're meeting in secret. Do you think the husband should be informed, sir?
Lord. No. No, it's none of our business, is it? What do you say, Rodway?
I think you're right, sir. It's not part of our job.
Wait a minute. Cork, are you suggesting that these 2 got together and made an attempt on the judge's life? The previous attempt?
Well, if Buster Smith has shown the truth, by any chance, it is a possibility, isn't it, sir?
And I thought the case was finished. Why the devil did they have to go and complicate things?
Good evening.
What do you want?
The sergeant asked me to look in just for a moment. To have a little chat. Friendly, of course.
Well, I'm afraid it'll have to wait till the morning.
Caviar. I don't like the stuff myself. Where's your guest?
What do you mean?
2 places, I see.
Would you mind telling me what this is all about?
Yes, of course. You'll want to get to bed.
What do you want?
How many brace, or is it braces of grouse, did you shoot while you were in Scotland?
No, I was in bed the whole week with a bad chill.
Oh, bad luck. Still, you did right to retire to bed.
Mr. Marriott, I'm getting rather bored with our friend.
I understand you and Sergeant Cork enjoyed a little joke about the grouse that was sent to the judge.
He did mention them, yes. Why?
They were stuffed full of poison.
And you think I sent them?
Did you?
Oh, you're not much of a detective, are you, Mr. Marriott?
Oh, I try not to give that impression.
If you send a brace of poisoned grouse to a married man, it stands to reason his wife will eat them too, doesn't it? She could have been poisoned as well.
Ah, yes, of course. That would be unthinkable.
Of course.
Yes, your gallantry does you credit. It's all right to kill the husband, but the wife must be spared.
That is not what I said.
Won't you join us, Mrs. Worth? You better fetch her out. She might jump out of the window or something. Good evening, Mrs. Worth.
Who is this man, John?
He's a detective from Sergeant Cork's office, a Mr. Marriott.
I heard what you were saying, Mr. Marriott.
Oh, that'll save repetition, at least.
John did not send those grouse. They were delivered to our house by hand, by a boy who said that some man had paid him to deliver them.
How do you know?
Our handyman asked the boy. If you don't believe me, you can speak to him yourself.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt your word, Mrs. Worth. On the other hand, you can't deny it would be convenient, to say the least, if your husband were out of the way permanently.
I would like to be free to marry John, yes. But what you're suggesting is monstrous.
Oh, forgive me, you were free to marry him not 6 months ago. Yet you chose to marry the judge. You live a rather complicated life, don't you? Or is it just that you want the best of both worlds? You couldn't bear to marry Lord Fotherwell because he was poor. Yet you couldn't bear to give him up either. The judge provided an ideal solution. An elderly but rich husband.
Get out.
Oh, please, no dramatics.
I suppose you'd never believe me if I told you I'd made a mistake.
Yes, I think I could believe that.
I did a terrible thing to John. We had a quarrel and I walked out. On the spur of the moment, I agreed to marry the judge. It was only afterwards that I realized my mistake. And that I would always love John.
I must say, I feel sorry for the poor judge. He seems to have got the worst of your indecisiveness. Still, you could tell him what you say is the truth and ask for a divorce.
He would never agree.
Still, I think you ought to tell him the truth when he returns from Reading. If you don't, we shall have to, for his own protection.
Good morning, Rodway.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Damned awful. Didn't sleep a wink last night.
Oh?
Worrying about the judge and that wretched wife of his. Setting aside any question of attempted murder, what does one do?
Nothing. I think you were right in the first place, sir. With any luck, he'll never find out. She'll get the affair out of her system, and that will be that.
I hope you're right. Break the poor chap up if he ever found out. I've never known a man so crazy about a woman. What do you think Cork was up to?
Well, if I know my man, he was taking what you might call preventive action. Excuse me, sir. Rodway? Yes? Yes, I see. Yes, I'll have someone round there right away.
What is it?
Mrs. Worth was found dead at home this morning. She had evidently taken poison.
Oh, my God. And that's what Cork calls preventive action.
It was almost certainly a poison which would have a delayed effect, though naturally one would have to wait a post-mortem to be sure.
And no trace of how she took it?
Absolutely none. If this was suicide, as that note would indicate, she must have washed up whatever vessel she used.
Lord Fotherwell and I didn't get very far, did she?
No. She was lying across the desk. The pen was still in her hand. You know that she'd given both servants the night off. They were sleeping with relatives.
Yes.
So she obviously wished to be alone for some purpose.
Well, I must hurry along now. If the judge should come in when I've gone, I wonder if you'd tell him... I wonder, would you mind, sir?
Why?
No use hiding the facts any longer, sir. Your wife was having an illicit love affair.
What do you say?
It's quite true. She was meeting Lord Fotherwell frequently, sir. It's quite possible the two of them together were responsible for these previous attempts upon your life.
No.
Last night they discovered that I knew about their liaison. I sent Marriott round to have it out with them. He told them to tell you. Failing that, he would do so himself. This appears to be the result, sir.
Suicide.
So it would appear, sir.
If his lordship is out, I don't know what he'll say.
Yes, all right. We'll pay for the damage. How's it going, Gardner?
Nearly through.
Wait a moment. Lord Fotherwell, can you hear us? Are you in there, sir?
What's up, boy?
There's no answer from inside, Sergeant. The door's on a safety chain.
Got it. Can get a doctor, will you? Come on, wake up. Wake up, Lord Father. Can you understand what I say? Look, who did this? What happened? Look, sir, what happened?
I think caviar.
Caviar?
The only thing we had.
Caviar, where'd you get it?
We didn't.
Hey, come on.
No.
Lord Follow.
No. Just give it to Simon. Promise. You alone. Share it.
Excellent. Stay here until the doctor comes, will you?
All right.
And you better come along with me and give me that caviar, will you? Just as it is.
I shall want a quiet funeral. No one at all.
I've no doubt that can be arranged. Now, are you all right yourself?
Oh, yes. I'm alive, aren't I? I'm alive. Sergeant Cork.
Agent Worth. I have a warrant for your arrest on a charge of murdering your wife, Mrs. Seymour Worth.
Really,
and I
sir?
warn you, anything you say will be taken down and may be used in evidence against you.
Since I was in Reading when this
You
dreadful
were at
thing
Reading,
happened,
sir, yes, I know, but the jar of caviar was here, wasn't it? Suitably adopted with poison.
You don't know what you're saying.
You made your wife promise to stay here and eat alone. That way it would have looked like suicide. As it was, she went to her lover's flat and shared it with him. And he was alive to tell the tale, you see.
Yes, I see. I should have known better than to trust her word.
There's one thing about Cork that I do resent.
One thing, sir?
Well, one thing in particular. The way he will work in the dark, keeping his preposterous theories to himself.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean, sir. Exasperating.
I still can't believe that Edwin Worth was a murderer. A judge. One of Her Majesty's judges.
Well, he's not the first man to have his mind turned by a pretty woman, sir.
Sir?
Yes, come in, Corporal.
Cork, I want an explanation. A full explanation. Why do you have to be so damn secretive?
Well, self-protection, you see, sir. Superintendent Robway dislikes my instinctive feelings, as he calls them. He likes facts, not fancies. I'm apt to keep things to myself, sir.
And you had these feelings about the judge?
I distrusted him from the very beginning, sir.
How could you say that?
Well, various things. For instance, a gun is supposed to have been stolen from his rooms. He doesn't report to the police. Secondly, a bullet lodged in the wall near his head. He doesn't report that to the police either. Why not? We know now that he fired the revolver himself. He was building up a case of attempted murder against his wife and her lover.
What about Buster Smith? Damn it, he did fire at the judge's bed, and he was caught with a gun on him.
Yes, that was coincidence. Don't usually believe in that, but it did happen this time. Oh, Buster Smith was after the judge's blood, all right. Unlucky for us it happened this particular time. Complicated the whole affair.
I still find it incredible that one of Her Majesty's judges...
Judges are fallible, sir. Like policemen.
But he came here. He brought us into it.
That's the whole point, sir. He wanted us to know about his wife's love affair. The bad mistake I made was mistaking his motives. I thought he was trying to get them tried for attempted murder. I didn't think he'd be insane enough to plan a murder himself.
A murder planned to look like suicide. Wife's affair discovered, so she kills herself. Could have worked, too, if she'd stayed at home.
There's no doubt about it. She turned his brain. May that be a warning to you, Rodway. Not to chase after younger women.
Oh, don't tell me, sir. Tell the sergeant here. That's his main weakness, you know, young women.
What? You're not serious.
Shall I tell the whole lurid story of your private life, Sergeant?
After I've gone, Superintendent, after I've gone. I should only feel embarrassment if I stayed.